Welcome back. Over 2 months ago, Thomas Markle saw his Jubilee dream and hopes of reunion with his daughter, the Duchess of Sussex, tragically dashed after suffering a devastating stroke. Since I broke the story on this show with the permission of the family, we haven't heard or seen from Thomas, but he's finally well enough to give you, his supporters in Great Britain, an important message. Amid continued radio silence from Meghan, we'll also get an update on his recovery from his primary carer, son Thomas Markle Jr. And as always, the royal runaways are attempting to tear the monarchy apart with the release of a scathing autobiography. And the Duke is, of course, sensationally coming under fire from Supreme Court justices for political meddling. So what does the Markle family make of these latest Sussex scandals? Thomas Markle Jr. joins me live now from Mexico. But first, Thomas, the thing we need to know, how is your dad doing in terms of the recovery from his stroke?
Hey, Dan. Hey, people of Britain. Thanks for having me again. Dad is doing amazing. It's, there's a lot of work to do, but every single day is just another milestone progression all the way in the right direction, which is ultimate recovery on everything. He's doing fantastic. His mind is all there, body's all there, and we're just making incredible progress every day.
And is he getting his voice back at all, Thomas?
Absolutely. We go to many appointments, speech therapist appointments, and every day it gets a little better. Some days aren't so good, but then the next day it's almost like nothing ever happened. So, yes, it's absolutely coming back 100%.
OK, and we're going to play this video now. This is the first look at Thomas Markle since he suffered his stroke. Watch.
Sir, go ahead.
Thomas, bless you, bless you. Well, Britain sends you our regards, Thomas. Thomas Jr., have you heard from Meghan or Harry? Has your dad heard from his daughter?
No, not at all. Nothing at all. Absolute zero. I mean, I don't know what's to be expected at this point. She didn't call for the first heart attack or the stroke. Why would she call now? I mean, obviously, I mean, they're just busy doing other things, other things that they deem necessarily more important than their father.
And how is your dad coping with that, Thomas? That lack of contact?
Dad's okay with it. I mean, he's, of course, sad because it's his daughter. I mean, I'd be incredibly sad if my sons never called me or I lost contact with them for some unforeseen reason. But it's a mystery. I mean, it does bother him continuously. But, he gets through it.
Of course, your sister has been in the news, as always, and I wanted to ask you about a couple of the more recent controversies. First, this is a video clip of the Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito mocking figures around the world, including Prince Harry, for the political position he took over the decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. Watch.
Really wounded me was when the Duke of Sussex addressed the United Nations and seemed to compare the decision, whose name may not be spoken, with the Russian attack on Ukraine.
I mean, that was so interesting to me, Thomas, because even now the mere mention of the Sussex word actually receives mocking laughter in America. Is that how much their stock has fallen?
Well, I would say so, yes, because, my father and I, we speak about this quite often. And, you're going to a memorial for Mandela at the UN building, which is an open invitation to anybody in the general public. And then you start talking world peace and politics, which has nothing to do with anything there at that point. I mean, it's just like, Sussexes, they need to stick to like rescue chickens in Montecito and stay out of politics.
Yes, indeed. Now, there's also been the publication of this major new book on Harry and Meghan, Revenge by Tom Bauer. Now, lots emerged from this. One of the most fascinating facts I thought was that Bauer alleges Meghan did indeed do quite a bit of Googling about Harry before they started dating, despite her denials. What did you make of the book?
Oh, gosh. Honestly, I haven't gotten a copy of the book yet. I keep getting little tidbits of information given me here and there about, I think Tom Bauer, I think he did a fantastic, spot-on job. I mean, he called it right.
And did you have suspicions, Thomas, that your sister potentially had gone out of her way to snare Prince Harry? Because when you read the book, I've read it, Thomas, when you read the book, you very much get the impression that this was all part of a grand plan for her to end up with Harry.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it's snaring. Giant glue. And she probably Netflix trying to get a hold of Prince Harry. I don't know. Who's to say? But it sure looks fabricated.
And then just finally, Thomas, the other big rumour going around is that Meghan is becoming very serious about making it to the White House herself one day, is increasing her political activism. She spoke out in that interview with Vogue magazine, talking about how she planned to march on Washington, D.C., to protest against Roe versus Wade. When you were growing up with her, did you ever get a sense that she harboured political ambitions?
Never got a sense that she was after anything political whatsoever. It was always, fairy tales and princesses, stories about princesses. That's what she focused on. So she's achieved that for sure. But as far as politics go, if that ever happens, I'll probably move to the UK.
Well, we will welcome you with open arms, Thomas. And of course, we are still holding both you and Thomas Sr. to get to London as soon as he is healthy enough. So, look, send him our regards. He's making great progress. And we're going to do that trip come hell or high water. That is Meghan's brother, Thomas Markle Jr. Thank you so much, live from Mexico.
Thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate it.